Good morning, everybody. Today we are on a staycation, a stay adventure. I am about to show you the most misunderstood bush slash shrub, and that is the yew. A lot of folks will say, don't go near a yew with even a 10-foot pole. I say, go in and get some of the most delicious berries that you could ever find. The yew plant is toxic. All of it, except for one very delicious, very juicy, fabulous fruit that I am about to show you today.
So if you go onto Google and you Google, is a yew edible, it will most likely tell you that every single part of the plant will kill you instantly. You will, without a doubt, die. And that is true to a degree, but not in its entirety. Yes, the yew plant is highly toxic. However, these berries are a delicacy. You will see within the yew berry that there is a pit, a dark brown, blackish pit. This is toxic, but this fleshy berry on the outside is completely edible. It is sweet and it is delicious. To pick them, it's pretty easy. You just pop them right off. You can see a good amount of yew berries when you look right onto your plant, but I always recommend pulling some branches down into the side, and you can get those berries that are further up, hiding behind or hiding in the middle. In terms of eating these berries, you will want to remove the pits. They are absolutely delicious and sweet. I might try my hand at making a yew jam. You are going to be needing quite a bit of these if you want to dabble in the yew jam. If you just want to eat them, pick as many as you would like. I am going to be here for a while, so we'll tune back in once I get a sufficient amount. Just like every foraging endeavor, you are going to need time and you are going to need patience. I've been at this one tree for approximately 20 minutes or so now, and I have this much. Yews are very resilient shrubs, so when you move the branches aside, don't be afraid to really kind of bend them and pull them.
All right, we're back inside. We've spent about 45 minutes combing through both trees. We have a pretty decent amount here, so I will take you through some next steps on how to work with these berries and ensure they are good and safe to eat. Step 1, rinse off your berries. Fill this up, let it sit for a few minutes, sift it through a strainer, and we can get on to processing.
All right, this has been filled up with cool water. I just want to make sure that any additional debris and or friendly creatures that have ventured back in with us float to the surface. Strain out those berries. I'm going to keep these berries straining over top of this Tupperware, and I will be grabbing a clean one to put our de-seeded berries in. You are going to need a couple things for the next step in processing these yew berries. Number 1 is going to be, of course, your rinsed off yew berries. Number 2 is going to be a clean Tupperware or container to place your de-seeded berries in. Number 3 is going to be paper towel. I will show you why in a little bit. And number 4 are going to be some fine tweezers or even the prongs of a fork, a toothpick, a skewer, something small enough to get into the fruit, remove that berry without damaging the fruit itself. And finally, this is going to be a time-consuming but enjoyable task, so set yourself up with a pod, a YouTube video, movie, silence, whatever suits you best. The reason why we have the paper towel is that if the skin is broken, they get punctured or squished, the fruit itself is kind of sticky. It is a little bit slimy. It is just to ensure that our fingers stay nice and clean. Our de-seeding utensils also stay nice and clean, and of course to clean up any mess. But you absolutely do not want to eat the seed. Everything, and this is a disclaimer and a heavy reminder, everything on the yew plant is toxic. Unless you want to be footing the bill to the hospital, do not eat anything off this plant but this pink, reddish, fleshy fruit. We will want to remove the seed. I like to do a really gentle all around scrape around that seed and slowly, carefully pop that out like that. You'll start to feel it when it starts to become a bit loose. Here we are, a little bit. It's inevitable. You're going to get jelly out of these, but I'd rather that than the alternative. All right, we have all of our de-seeded yew berries. De-seeding them took a very long time, so I did opt for putting them in the fridge overnight, and we are tackling round 2 today. For the jam, we're going to add these to a pot, add some water, add some sugar, and we're going to simmer it down. I am opting for a saucier today. A little bit easier to really kind of scoop around those outsides, but use whatever pot you would like. You can just hear how goopy they are. Let's add some water. I just eyeballed it, covered them. Let's get it on the stove. They're on the stove now. I opted for level 3 heat, pretty standard low medium heat on our stove here. Let this warm up, get some bubble action going on, loosen up the skin on the outside of these berries, add a little bit of sugar. I'm then going to go in with something to mash them to really pulverize some of that skin and hopefully turn it into a bit more of a jelly consistency. The water is starting to evaporate. It's starting to get a bit more jam-like consistency. We're gonna go in with just shy, I don't know, you know what? Just add a little bit at a time. Half a quarter cup. I also could not find any real recipes with
measurements on the internet, so we really are just winging this. A little bit more. Add the rest of the 1/4 cup. Why the heck not? Jammy. We are getting there. It is really evaporating, probably another 10 minutes or so to go. And this is going to be really nice. It has reduced very nicely. I will be taking this off the heat, letting it cool for a moment, and then we can place it in a container. We have our Yew Berry Jam here. It is really a nice consistency. It reduced really nicely. We're going to go ahead for the official final product taste test. Oh yeah, look at that. That's amazing. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so good. It's not sweet, but it's not sweet, not an overpowering flavor. The natural jelly of the yew berry makes for a perfect jam. Enjoy, but most of all, be safe. As our yew berry jam is fresh, it is not preserved, we are going to place it in the fridge. I recommend eating it up sooner than later. Approximately 1 to 1.5 weeks in the fridge will suffice. Please enjoy, please be safe when working with the yew plant. And most of all, I hope you enjoy your yew berry jam. Cannot wait for breakfast tomorrow. And we will see you next time.